Good afternoon, Grace. A quick weather update for you. My name is Drew. I'm the pastor, and I hope you're planning to join us for Christmas Eve worship. This is coming at you from Christmas Eve on the 23rd. We're looking at our worship opportunities for tomorrow on the 24th on Christmas Eve. We have two opportunities for worship tomorrow. One of those is in person, outdoors at 5 o'clock in our parking lot and around our property. The other is at 8 o'clock here online on YouTube and also on Facebook. Now, if you're joining us at 8 o'clock for online service, that's going to be very special. Our children and our youth are going to provide a lot of leadership in that service. I'm excited about it. Been working on it the last few days here. It's going to be very exciting. For you, nothing changes if that's you're planning on worshiping with us in that way. You can kind of ignore the rest of this. There's no change for you. But I do want, because of the weather that's being forecast, I do want to give a quick update for some changes we need to make for our 5 o'clock service. Real quickly, before I get to that, if you have not watched our longest night service that was Monday evening, that's on YouTube and Facebook. That was a real special service. And if you had a rough patch this year, if you had a loss, if you're just struggling a little bit, I really highly recommend you check that service out. But that is already up on YouTube and Facebook. You can find that. Let's look at the 5 o'clock service tomorrow really quickly here. The weather forecast has gotten ugly and stayed ugly, so we need to make some changes. As they say, blessed are the flexible, for they shall not be bent out of shape. We're getting some lemons here with the forecast, but we're going to make some lemonade out of it. So what does that mean for those worshiping with us outdoors? So a couple things. First of all, we do want to remind folks, and our folks have been really good about this, and we're grateful for that, to continue when you come to our outdoor service to do wear a mask. It covers your nose and your mouth. Do practice social distancing. Keep at least 6 feet between you and folks that are not in your family or your pod. Wash your hands, all those good things. When you arrive for a 5 o'clock outdoor service, you're going to check in here on this little porch area by texting Joe, our youth and missions pastor. There'll be her. If you do not have her cell phone number, it'll be on the Sign Up Genius. If you need the link to the Sign Up Genius for tomorrow evening, let me know. Send me a message on Facebook, text me, email me, whatever. But we'll get that information to you so you have it. So when you arrive at church, we're going to invite you to text Joe to let us know you're there. And then Joe will text you for when it's time for you and your family to begin our worship experience, our Christmas journey tomorrow evening. Because what we're doing, instead of rotating around stations in small-ish groups, we're going to keep that to family units and individuals tomorrow evening. The reason for that is there's rain in the forecast, significant amounts of rain. And so we're going to have some tents set up so that we'll have tents covering our outdoor stations. We don't want to have folks that are not in the same household, not in the same pod, under those tents, getting close up and huddled together. So it's going to become more of a drop-in service for individuals and families who can go through at designated times. You can actually arrive anytime between 5 and 5:45. We'll go until 6 o'clock. It'll take about 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes to go through the stations. But you can arrive anytime between 5 and 5:45. Text Joanna when you get there, and then Joe will text you when you can begin your Christmas journey. What you'll do is when Joe texts you and your family, if you have others with you, and says, please begin, you're going to go to the right of what you see on the screen to the back side of the church, the Edgeworth side of the church, around our children's playground. And you're going to walk towards our courtyard. That's the view that you're going to have. And then in our courtyard here, between our education and sanctuary buildings, we'll have tents set up for our stations. This is our courtyard area where we're going to have these tents set up. We'll have 3 stations. One of those stations, you'll be able to give your offering for Zoe Empowers. It's part of our tradition for Christmas Eve services that we give the offering away to a worthy cause. And this year we've got a very worthy cause with Zoe Empowers. I won't go into all the details on that, but you'll have a chance to give your offering for Zoe at one of the stations. At one of the stations, you're going to hear the Christmas story in a way that's child friendly if you've got little ones with you. So you're going to hear the Christmas story. And at the third station, you'll receive communion. I'll be at that station. I've not been able to share communion since March, and I'm really excited about that. So we will have communion in a safe way. We're going to have little individual Ziploc bags with individual communion containers so that they're safe to be shared, but we can still celebrate communion because, Christmas, the word Christmas comes from Christ's Mass. Mass is another word for communion. It's not Christmas without communion. So 15 to 20 minutes, you're going to share an offering to benefit the work of God through Zoe. You're going to hear the Christmas story. You're going to receive communion. And I'm excited about this. It's a little bit different than what we'd envisioned, a little bit less going on, but this is I think a really exciting way to still offer something for our community that's outdoors, that's in person, but still safe and doable given the weather forecast that we have. So I hope that clarifies tomorrow evening. I'm excited about this. So please do remember to text Jo when you arrive. Her number will be on the Sign Up Genius. Let me know if you need that link or if you have any questions. But we are excited about both of our services tomorrow at 5 o'clock in person in the church parking lot. Again, arrive anytime between 5 and 5:45 to begin your Christmas journey, you and your family. And then you can also join us at 8 o'clock here live on YouTube and Facebook. We're going to have lessons and carols with leadership from our Fuel Youth. And we're going to have the ABCs of Christmas leadership from the children of the church. I'm very excited for both of those things. I hope you have a very Merry Christmas. I hope that you're going to join us for one of these services. I hope that you'll be blessed by what our staff and many volunteers, our children and our youth have to offer for this wonderful time of year. God bless, and hopefully either in person or online, we'll see you soon.